We are back.
We're back.
Many drinks.
Old fashions, tequila old fashions with tequila reposado, agave. Y'all saw all that. I'm putting those clips in there. But like we mentioned earlier, we wanted to take a pause and share with you guys the things that we're leaving behind to make our marriage better in the future for 2023. One thing that I've been really working on leaving behind, that I want to leave in the past, is placing unreasonable expectations on my partner, on my husband. I feel like sometimes, I don't feel like this, I know that sometimes I do place high expectations on Ricky regarding, how he should respond to a certain situation, what type of reaction he should provide, unfair expectations on his time, right? Like how much time he can dedicate to things that I want to do that don't necessarily require him to be there. Over the course of our, last year, and really, we hit 5 years in our marriage this year, and over the course of those years, I feel like a lot of the stress and the arguments that we've had are a result of me having unfair expectations of Ricky to show up in ways that aren't authentic to him. I would highly suggest, if you're in a relationship, learn how to manage expectations. So an example of an unrealistic expectation I've always had of Ricky is that he can read my mind. Like literally, why are you doing this? This ticks me off. Why are you cooking this at this time? That I had a meeting. Why did you schedule, and we're incorporating habits like planning ahead and other things to help us understand where, how we can make ourselves more available to each other. But I put false and unfair expectations on Ricky based on what's going on in my life without realizing or truly accepting the fact that we have two totally different lives in many respects. So yes, so unfair expectations, leaving those behind in 2022.
Number 2 that we're leaving behind in 2022, you versus I statements.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is whenever passionate discussions come up, which they will and they do, instead of pointing the finger and targeting your partner saying, you do this, you are such a this, that, and the third, instead try and change those statements to I statements. I feel this way. When blank doesn't get done or when blank is done, I feel this. This. So I'm learning that when you change it to I statements, it puts a lot of pressure off of your partner and kind of focuses more on your feelings, what you can validate, rather than pointing the finger, projecting, and targeting. You know, when people feel targeted, they're going to respond back, and if not the same manner, probably a lot worse. And so from there, it just kind of can spiral down into a whole separate discussion that, you know, was probably unnecessary in the beginning. So we're going to leave you statements in 2022, and in 2023, we're going to start more with I statements.
Yeah. I love that.
That'll be the third one.
Okay. So it'll go back to me.
It doesn't.
Okay, you're right.
The third one.
Okay, babe. Okay. Okay, babe.
Anywho,
You ever seen? It's an Office episode. It's the dinner party episode of The Office when Michael and if you know, you know.
No. So yeah, the third one, I would say what we're leaving in 2022 is not working together as a team, as one unit.
Yeah. Good one.
Granted, we've been together for a long time now, and even then, we still find moments or situations where it's kind of like me versus him.
Mm-hmm.
When honestly, it shouldn't be like that. It should be one unit, one team, two partners, two individuals, but one team, one goal.
Yeah. Agree. Teamwork is everything. What they say about being married or in a relationship, you don't even have to be married to think of it this way, but being in a relationship, in some respects, should be treated like an agreement, like a series of agreements that you all make. I don't want to call it a business. I hate, commodifying everything. It's not a business. It's a set of standards and agreements that you should have with your partner or partners, whatever you have. And you should, accommodate and shift and evolve and make sure that you are compromising in a way that helps both you and your teammate, you and your partner achieve the outcomes that y'all agreed upon.
Right.
So that is a great one. Yeah, being a team is everything. And I think we've, over the last year, over the issue of, finances or planning like home things, we've not necessarily seen eye to eye. In fact, finances is the number one thing that we do not see eye to eye on. These, like, how to manage money as a married couple, you're not taught that. You're not taught how to manage life in that way with another person in a very intimate way. So we're having to learn all of these things on our own, and it's caused friction, and we haven't always been on the same page. But we found ways, and we're happy to share in future videos, and we do expect to anticipate sharing later this year how we have managed to compromise on money goals, on health and wellness goals, in ways that don't have us sacrificing the things that we want for each other or for ourselves, because we're like individuals, right? We're married people are like, oh, Alex and Ricky, oh, y'all are our Boy Story. We're also fully whole human beings on our own, and when we compromise with one another, we do it in a way where we're not sacrificing a piece of ourselves.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good way to round that out.
Yeah, so to recap, we're leaving behind in 2022. Number one, unfair expectations. Number two,
I versus
you statements.
Number three,
And number three, not working as a team.
Yep.
Yes, we are a team, we are a unit. We have a lot of goals that we're trying to achieve in this life together, and we will achieve them as long as we work diligently together to see eye to eye. This video was inspired by a quote that I read today. The quote is from Nakia Homer, at Nakia Homer on Instagram. She's an influencer here in Atlanta, also an author, well-being educator, a self-healing guide, a speaker, etc. And she said, before you make plans for the new year, make sure you learn from this one, start healing from this one, and leave what no longer serves you in this one. So having this conversation with y'all was an exercise to help us leave what's not serving both of us in 2022 so that we can be better in 2023. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Comment down below what you're hoping to leave behind in 2022 as far as your relationship with your romantic partner or your friends or your family goes.
So 2022 was also the year we kind of made our return to YouTube. So we want to thank y'all so much for just welcoming us back and supporting us. There will be more videos, there'll be more content in the new year, so be on the lookout for that. And once again, we just thank y'all so much for following our journey.
Yes.
There's more to come.
Yeah, thank you. We love this community. And with that, Happy New Year. Make it a good one.